tried to pretend like there was no sound, but then I realized y'all might cut it off and be like, there's no sound. So I cut that short. See how quick my brain works? I have a lot going on. So anyway, this is my last video tonight. Yes, I've made like 6 videos. I don't even remember how many I've made. I don't even know. This is from Kawaii Chi 85. I think I said your name right. Kawaii Chi 85. Okay, and she wanted advice about meeting a pen pal. So if I understood, she actually, side note, I love the fact that instead of just writing me a question, she actually made a private video, which you guys, did y'all know y'all could do that? Y'all can make private videos on YouTube and put it to, I think it's, you can either make it private or unlisted, and then you can send me the link, and then I'm the only one who can see it. Awesome as that, and we can comment back and forward on it, but only you and I can see it. Bomb.com, love it. So anyway, she sent me an unlisted video question, and I was just like, wow, that's so cool, because you know I don't get to see you guys. Like, I only get to, except for the ones on Facebook, but other than that, like, I don't get to see you. It's just like, you know, handle and words. So like, to actually see someone talking to me, asking me a question, I was like, oh, this is what this feels like when they're watching me, because this is how, yeah, awesome. So I was really excited. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, your question was, should you meet your pen pal? And I think your pen pal's from Japan. And how did I feel? Should you meet your pen pal? How would I feel if a man offers to pay for everything and all I have to do is pay for the plane ticket? And 3, how did I feel about him saying he wishes you were there to help with his business and private life? Okay, so let's tackle the pen pal first. I think pen pals are cool. I think you totally should meet people from other countries. I think that's awesome. It's better for me if it's a girl pen pal, because I know that I'm not going to end up like in sex slave trade somewhere. Like, really. Unfortunately, the internet can be used for not nice things. So I feel a lot more comfortable if it was like a girl, like, oh yeah, I live in Oman, totally, you can crash on my couch. Word, let's go look at the pyramids after. I don't think the pyramids are in Oman, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. I mean, I know the pyramids are in Egypt, but you know, there are other pyramids in the world, and I can't remember if they're in Oman or not. Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about what I was saying. Oh, yeah. So if it's a girl, then I think that's totally cool. And they have places like couchsurfing.com. I just think that is just dumb. Like, I know a lot of people do it. I know a lot of people go couch surfing, or they go to hostels or whatever. They just hike and randomly. I just think you're just waiting to get snatched up. Like, who does that? I'm going to have a random stranger sleep on my couch that I don't know? I don't care how many red stars you got. Maybe you were plotting to get 18 red stars to wait for that right person. 18 red stars means, you know, you can go and have a total guard down, and then you chop my head off, and then I'm gonna be upset, and my parents are gonna be upset because I was the idiot that went and stayed on some stranger's couch, like, in another country. I can't wrap my mind around it. I don't know, maybe I'm scary, I don't know. So I would suggest that you not do that. Yes, go meet a guy that's your pen pal that you don't know, that you've never met. And I understand that you've talked to them on Skype and you've wrote back and forth on email, but sweetheart, that's not the same thing. I can tell you from experience. I didn't go, obviously, sleep on anybody's couch, but I have met people online and then, you know, went out with them in person, and it's like, yeah, those are not the same people. Not cute at all. So, I don't know. I personally wouldn't, especially in another country. Like, you're having to go to another country to meet this pen pal. True story. You can come see me, boo. Like, And even if you go to Japan, like, for an experience, go for an experience. Like, don't go to meet them. And I would, like, go to Japan, not meet them, contacting them once you got back, like, hey, let's talk about Japan, this is a good time I had, and then they should say something along the lines of, oh, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to connect, let me come to the States. Like, that should transpire at some place. Like, I don't know, I just don't think that's safe that you go to another person, specifically a man's country, and he says to you, sliding into your other question, he says to you, oh, you don't have to worry about anything. You can just stay here with me. Just pay for your plane ticket. Dude, you're paying to get whatever is waiting for you over there. And I don't know. I wouldn't pay for foolery. Like, and that just sounds like foolery. Like, I wouldn't do it. Me, personally. I wouldn't do it. And I live in Korea, and I have had guys from Japan like, yo, you should come to Fukuoka. I'll meet you, like, no problem. I'm sorry, my passport says American and Korean. I can do those two things. Japan, if I come up missing, ain't nobody gonna help me. Ain't nobody got time for that. Sorry, I never get a chance to say that, so I felt this was a great chance to say it. So anyway, that's questionable. That's really questionable. But hey, if you feel safe, you like it, I love it. Okay, I'm on your team. So I would say no to the pen pal, and just his whole. All you need is your plane ticket, and I'll take care of everything else. Now, let's say you go over there with no money, right? Because he said he was going to take care of everything else. First of all, this is just something my mother told me. Even when you go on a date, you need to carry phone booth money. That's when people use phone booths, obviously not cell phones. I grew up when they had the giant flip Motorola. Yeah, that was me. So, my mother used to always say, and we had beepers back when I was a kid. So my mom used to say, no matter where you go, you need to carry money for the phone booth. Just in case something happens to your beeper or your cell phone, you need to be able to contact help. So, but you're in another country. So first of all, even if he says don't bring any money, you need to bring your own money in case something happens and you need to get a plane, you need to get a hotel, you need to get a taxi, you're run up your whatever. You just need plan B. I just don't think it's super duper safe. That was my question thing, but you're the last question, so it's all good. I don't think it's a good idea. And if you're gonna go, like I said, go and have your experience on your own dime. And I would just never go to chase a man anywhere. Like, not interested. Even if we're just friends, like, if we're friends, then I should be able to pay my own way and you're paying your own way. Why, as a friend, would you need to take care of anything financially for me? And I just feel like I never want to feel like I am indebted to a man for anything. Because, okay, let's say you pay your plane ticket and he's super duper nice to you and he takes you out and you're sleeping on his couch and whatever, blah, 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 blah. And he does make an advance and you're like, oh, we're just friends. I don't really see you like that. If I was a dude, I'd be like, well, wait a minute, ma'am. I've dropped how much money? And it's expensive in Japan. Let me tell you, it is expensive over there. I dropped how much money? And you sleeping in my house eating my food? And I'm taking my time to show you around and you can't give me no nookie? That's free that you carry around with you every day? Oh, no. I'm just saying. I'm just being, I'm not saying I agree or I subscribe to it, but I can say that I get it. Like where a man could feel like, word? You just gonna take $500 from me and I get nothing? No lip action, no nothing? So, I would advise against that. I don't know. What do you guys think? My other viewers, what do you guys think? Would you go to Japan if a man was like, hey, we're homies, we're friends, don't worry about it. Just come on out. Just pay for your plane ticket. I don't know. I don't think I would do that. And I live here. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it if somebody said come to Daegu, which is down the street. It's like 40 minutes. Come to Daegu for the weekend. Just come down and I'll take care of you. I can take care of myself. Thanks. No. Or I'll come if Oprah can come along. He's probably going to get me for saying that. Sorry. So anyway, that's my answer, Ladybug. I think if you want to experience Japan, do it. If you can afford a plane ticket, then save a little more and you can afford your weekend or week or whatever there. I think you should just do it on your own accord, do it on your own dime, make your own way. And if you bump into him while you're there, awesome. You can meet him for coffee while you're there. I don't think you should do anything else other than that, especially if you don't like him like that. Now, if you like him like that, then you for sure need to be in your P's and Q's because your guard is already down because you like him. So you're not going to be thinking clearly because you like this guy, right? You want to impress him. You want him to impress you. And it's like, yeah, this is great. It's awesome, right? So be careful. That's what I would say. Be careful. Keep your wits about you. I don't know. I'm practicing for the studio. I don't know which camera to look at. Well, I'm so excited. You guys will hear more about that. Yeah, so keep your wits about you. That's what my mama would say. Keep your wits about you, sweetie. And, I mean, have fun. Enjoy life. But don't do it at the risk of your safety for the sake of saying you did something. I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to go because I try to make these videos under 10 minutes now. I had a friend who went to the Philippines. And actually, my friend did go to the Philippines, but it was her friend who was there that she bumped into, and it's somebody who I met in passing. Went to the Philippines, went to this festival, which they do a lot of festivals in Asia. They just do festivals here. They went to this festival, and she was there by herself and just exploring or whatever. And this family was like, "Oh, you seem so nice. Are you lost?" She was like, "No, I'm just enjoying the festival, whatever." So the family was like, "Oh, we'll show you." This just happened too. The family was like, "Well, we'll show you around, the city, and we'll show you all the stuff you need to see." And she was like, "Oh, that's cool." And they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna go out and hang out with the kids anyway." So I'm guessing she let her guard down because she's like, it's a family, so it's like a husband and a wife and kids. There's no way that these people could be crazy. Think again. So they ended up, long story short, and it was like all day. Like she was like, "I had a really good time," or whatever with this family. Evening rolls around, when it's dark, rolls around. So they set her up all day. They took her to this restaurant to eat. That's the last thing she remembered. They drugged her at the restaurant. Now, she had already told these people where she lived. They drugged her at the restaurant, took her back to her hostel. They did throw her passport on the bed, but they took everything else. Like her money, her wallet, her computer, took everything. Took everything and left her there with her passport. So I'm thankful that she was alive. I'm thankful that she, didn't end up somewhere else. Like, anything could have happened. She could be anywhere right now, but they were nice enough to like at least leave her passport. And I suppose they were under desperate times. But my point to this story is not to scare you, but to tell you, use wisdom, honey. There should never ever be a situation where you feel like, "Oh, I can skip the fact that I might be in danger. Let me go ahead and do this." And if he's your friend, he would want you to feel comfortable, and he certainly would not want you to feel like you were in danger. So him agreeing to just meet you for coffee should not be a problem because you're friends. So he shouldn't pressure you into doing anything else because you're friends. Okay? So I've tried to practice looking at the little black hole, but it feels weird because I can't see myself. So anyway, I hope that you guys are having an awesome day. I hope that your Easter was grand, and I hope that you have a wonderful week. And I will talk to you guys later. Mwah! 안녕하세요. Thank you for watching NKJ TV.